Hello everyone, it's me, Samuel Taylor Ackroyd, and a very good morning from City Airport in Barton in Manchester, where today I will be visiting the DEC747 by DoorsToManual at City Airport, which is the upper deck of an ex-British Airways Boeing 747-400 that was cut off of the main aircraft and driven up to City Airport from Kemble Cotswold Airport, and was made into an event that you can visit up at City Airport. So back in 2020, British Airways decided to retire their Boeing 747-400 fleet, like a lot of other carriers, as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and most of the aircraft flew into Kemble Cotswold Airport, which was their last flight before being retired, and one of the aircraft that made their final flight into Kemble Cotswold Airport was the 747 that was registered as Golf-Bravo Yankee Golf Alpha, and that 747 made its final flight into Cotswold Airport on the 8th of September 2020. Since then, it has been parked up and stored at Kemble Cotswold Airport. But this year, in 2022, a British aviation company known as DoorsToManual decided to save the upper deck of the British Airways 747 that is registered Golf-Bravo Yankee Golf Alpha. So the upper deck of that 747 was cut off of the main aircraft at Cotswold Airport. And on August 11th, so earlier this year in 2022, the upper deck of the 747 was towed by truck from Kemble Cotswold Airport up to City Airport in Barton in Manchester. And the drive from Cotswold Airport to City Airport took roughly 6 to 7 hours. And on the same day, on the 11th of August 2022, travel vlogger Noel Phillips was the one to cut the red ribbon at the grand opening at the DEC747 by DoorsToManual. In fact, Noel Phillips actually raced the 747's upper deck from Kemble up to City Airport, and spoiler alert, he won the race.
We've made it! We've beaten a Boeing 747, albeit on the back of a lorry, all the way up here. Awesome. Right, I wonder where they are. Should be here by now.
And since the 11th of August 2022, people have been able to come and visit City Airport and have a look around the upper deck of Golf-Bravo Yankee Golf Alpha. And that is the reason why I am here at City Airport today, which I am very, very excited for. And my time to go around the DEC747 by DoorsToManual starts at 11:30 in the morning and ends at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is currently 10:57 in the morning, so I have a little more than half an hour to spare. So I'm now just heading into City Airport, and this is definitely a new place for me, so I don't know where everything is. In fact, at the entrance of City Airport, there's actually a list of things to do here at City Airport, as well as a link to the City Airport website and phone number. And there's also a car park here at City Airport, which comes in handy if you're wanting to drive here to City Airport for a day out. The DEC747 by DoorsToManual is in this hangar over here, which is just next to the exit and entrance to City Airport. So it's very easy to navigate, and it's not very big either. And there you can see a sign saying the DEC DoorsToManual right there. Located just next to the hangar where the DEC747 by DoorsToManual is a bar and grill restaurant. So you have a place to go have a bite to eat and drink, which is convenient. There are also some tables just outside the bar and grill restaurant, and over there is the airfield. There's also a sign with some visitor information about City Airport. So we're at the top of the airfield here, and so far I don't see any private jets or anyone learning to fly out here in the airfield. It's still the morning, however, so it's not exactly going to be particularly busy. And there's the control tower there for City Airport. This place is not particularly big, but it definitely has everything you need, from a flying school, a bar and grill restaurant, the Deck 747 hangar. Here at City Airport, you can also learn how to pilot a helicopter, and the people who teach you how to fly a helicopter are the people at Northwest Gyrocopters, and you can learn how to fly a helicopter for £69, which in my opinion is a pretty good price when it comes to pilot training, whether it's in a plane or a helicopter. So that is definitely something that I want to do next time I come here to City Airport. That will most likely be next year in 2023, however. So I booked my ticket to visit the Deck 747 online, and I will leave the link to the website for the Deck 747 in the description below, as well as the Instagram page for the Deck 747 by DoorsToManual. And the price of the tickets for the Deck 747 by DoorsToManual is actually pretty good. I paid just under £7 for my ticket, which I think is pretty good, and from other YouTube videos I've seen on this event, it definitely looks worth it. So I'm heading to the hangar just now, which I can see just over there. It's very easy to get around City Airport. It's not very big, and it has everything you need, from a flying school to a restaurant, and of course the Deck 747. How many times do you think I've said the Deck 747 in this video so far? It's definitely a lot, that's for sure, and I'll probably say it many more times to come in this video. Now heading into the deck for the tour, and it looks incredible so far.
Yeah, you booked through Eventbrite. Yeah, I've got your details here. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi there.
Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that yourself?
Yep.
Okay, so you bought the general admission.
Yeah.
Now that gives you access onto the aircraft, but it doesn't give you the flight deck access. Is it the flight deck that you would want as well? Because that would be an add-on.
Yes. Am I able to get an add-on?
Yeah, it's £5.
Yeah, I'll happily do.
So I don't know if you want to pay cash or card, which is
Card, please.
Card. Yeah. Let me just get the card machine. Just tap your card on there. Perfect. Would you like a receipt?
Yes, please.
Would you like it by text message or email?
Text message, please.
What's your number? Lovely. So that should have been sent to your mobile phone.
Thank you.
Okay, Samuel. So that's your boarding card. You probably heard me explain. If you're not mushing off,
Nope, not rushing at all.
The bar and restaurant down there are giving you 10% off. So just show that to the ladies behind the bar, and it's off food and drink.
Thank you very
but
much.
While it's clearing up a bit, there'll be quite a few light aircraft and things, so it'd be nice if you want to do your videoing and stuff. It's quite nice to sit and do some videos. Keep hold of that.
Thank you.
A little competition behind the white windows down the bottom.
Okay.
There is 14 aircraft, which are by the liveries. Okay.
Right.
Some are very easy, some are a bit more complicated. So jot as many answers as you can down, put your name and email on here, pop it in there, and you've got a chance of winning some money off the shop. So I'll give you that with a pencil. So do that in your leisure.
Thank
shop
you.
there, which has got everything to do with aircrafts. We've also got the door, fully operating door from this aircraft, which is here on the right hand side, and there's other things of information regarding Boeing 747 down that side. So
Thank
just
you.
go and potter about at your leisure, and then I'll get you on board as soon as we can.
Okay,
All right,
thank
then,
you.
Samuel, are you interested in simulators?
Yes.
Yeah. Manchester Sim Centre, you've probably walked past it. It's the portal.
Yes, I saw that.
Drive. They're offering 20% off the full experience. They've got an Airbus 320 and a light aircraft.
Nice.
So if that's something you're interested in, show that, say that you've been here, and they'll give you a very good discount.
Thank you.
All right, that's ours as well. This is just we're having a simulator put in, and it's in the infancy, but we've got a couple of weeks ago and it'll be fully up and running. If you just follow us on social media,
Do that
we'll,
already.
Post updates as to when that's. So
Thank
sorry,
you.
I'm giving you loads of bump, aren't I?
It's all right.
So just go and have a potter around, and I'll give you a shout when we can get you on board.
Thank you. So I've now got all my stuff sorted out. I've got my boarding passes as well as a bit of paper to fill out some answers for a competition, which I will get more into soon. So here at the front of the hangar, there's the front desk, which is made out of an engine cowling, which is definitely very clever and a very nice touch, and it definitely blends in with this aviation hangar. To the right of the start of the hangar, here you have the door of a British Airways 747, which you can open and close, or just close, or whatever, for £3 a go, and I think it's £10 for 4 goes, which I will definitely be trying out. And from the front of the hangar, you can see the back of the upper deck, and you can see, you might be able to see through the windows just there. Definitely very hyped about going in there. Very, very excited. And the woman who was just helping me out is very, very helpful and very nice. So they have toilets, and they have a shop for memorabilia, which is just over there. It's not a very big hangar, but it's easy to get around and has everything you need, as well as the main attraction. This looks so incredible. There's some aircraft seats also scattered around the hangar, so there's 2 here just next to the aviation shop.
Sam, I'll do these and then I'll come back to you. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine, thanks. Thank you. And there's a few more seats just out here, as well as a TV with the man, the myth, the legend, Noel Phillips, who, like I said already, is the one who cut the ribbon for the grand opening of the Deck 747. So while some other people are getting their tour, I'll have a look in the memorabilia shop, which looks pretty cool. Oh wow. So there's a few retro things in here, as well as some newer things. So we've got some aircraft models, and we've got some tags from other aircraft as well. We've also got some wooden tail fins, which are 50 quid, and as you can see, we've got a few different airline tails, such as JetBlue, EasyJet, Flybe, Ryanair, Thomas Cook, and a lot more, as well as some coasters, which are £5 each. There's a lot here, and it's definitely worth having a look at. And the desk in the shop is also made from an engine cowling. DoorsToManual definitely did a very good job at designing this place and getting things such as engine cowlings for desks and the upper deck of a British Airways 747 in here. It's all really cool, and I highly recommend coming here and checking this place out. Some really good and reasonable prices here, both in the shop and for visiting this place. So here is the list of the prices here for the Deck 747 for those who are curious. I decided to pay the extra £5 for the full flight deck access add-on, which I think is worth it, and I haven't even been inside the upper deck of the 747 yet. So right now the TV is displaying Noel Phillips' video of him racing the upper deck of the 747 to City Airport, which I mentioned at the start of the video. And like I said already, spoiler alert, he wins by, I think, a few minutes or something like that.
The bad news is that I'm also 20 minutes away from Barton Airfield, so now...
Just outside the memorabilia shop here in the hangar, there is some information about the story of this aircraft from when it was built all the way up until just now, where it is parked up in a hangar here at City Airport, where you can come and visit it. It goes into so much detail and is very, very interesting, and it has some pictures of parts of the aircraft as well, including one with the aircraft with the upper deck cut off at Kemble Airport before it was brought here to City Airport. That's a very, very good photo right there. Very, very interesting story about this aircraft, and I'm definitely a big supporter of DoorsToManual for doing what they have done with this aircraft. So I'm now going to go inside the upper deck of this British Airways 747 Golf Bravo Yankee Golf Alpha. While 2 others are getting a look at the flight deck, I'm going to have a look at the business class cabin. Oh wow, it smells quite nice in here, and wow, the seats look really good. I cannot believe that this is happening right now. I'm actually sitting in a Club World seat on the upper deck of a British Airways 747. Now bear in mind that you cannot touch the magazines or the safety cards as they're just for display. So you can't even take out the safety cards or the magazines to have a look at them, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but just to make sure nothing happens to them, I suppose it's a good idea. Ow, just hit my head. Oh yeah, of course, if you're over 6 foot tall or around 6 foot tall, you will need to bend down when going to have a seat on one of these Club World seats, and that's because of the overhead lockers. Really nice in here. Like I said already, really comfy seats, and for the people who actually got the chance to sit in a Club World seat on a British Airways 747 when they were flying, you are an extremely lucky person if you've been able to do so. So much legroom here. I would definitely be able to enjoy a flight that is about 10 or 15 hours long in a seat like this. So here's some memorabilia on one of the galley trolleys in the back of the upper deck here, which are also for sale. And some of the memorabilia also includes some tags of this specific aircraft. They were also just playing the Airliners Live video of the grand opening of the Deck 747, which has just come to an end, but you can see the outro with the Airliners Live logo on it, and ironically I am wearing my Airliners Live cap just now. So it is now my time to go into the flight deck of this ex-British Airways Boeing 747, and they also have the bathrooms still inside of this aircraft. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be in here or not.
You want to let you sit in the captain's seat?
Oh, yes please. Ow!
Oh yeah, watch your head.
That's like the third time I've done that.
I know, I do it about 5 times a day, don't worry.
Wow, this is absolutely insane right now. So can you sort of introduce yourself and say what it is you do here at the Deck 747?
Yeah, so my name's Karen Kearns and I'm part owner of the Deck with 3 other people. So we bought it early on in July and we moved it here in the middle of August, and since then we've been kitting it out and giving it back to its former glory of a business class of the upper deck. So yes, we're currently sat in the cockpit and we're just going to go through all the instruments and show Samuel what's going on.
Nice. Well, I appreciate your time, and well, definitely appreciate this aircraft, even if it's not flying. And in my opinion, I think even in an economy class seat, it's basically like first class for someone like me, because 747 is my favourite aircraft type of all time.
Yeah.
So to be in here is insane, and all the controls still being here is absolutely amazing, and I definitely can't wait for the simulator to open up. It's definitely something I'll be coming to. Don't know if I'll come to the grand opening of it, but definitely at some point I'll be back here to experience it.
You can see in front of us, these are the software of the simulator at the minute. So in front of us we've got Manchester Airport, so we've got runway 1 on this side, runway 2 on that side.
So we're on runway 23 right here.
Yes,
at Manchester.
So everything is connected to the simulator. So the yoke here, so moving back with the yoke, we would obviously take off. Pushing down with the yoke is for landing. Steering left and right, very much like a steering wheel. That's whilst in the air. When we're on the ground and we're taxiing, there's a little lever there.
Yeah.
And that would literally be a very slight movement to the left for that way and to the right.
Yeah, I've forgotten the name of them, but I have heard the name of these levers before. I just can't remember the name of them.
Yeah. So 747 is 4 Rolls-Royce engines, which are what these are here. So again, to start the simulator, it would be a gradual move, which would get the aircraft moving forward. Other instruments of note at the front here, this is where the lever we use to control the wheels. So it would be pulled out and down for the wheels to drop. That is in the neutral position, and then to lift them again, it would be, and it is quite stiff. Retract. In fact, no, you can't lift them up, obviously, because we've not got that function with us being sat where we are.
Quick question, is the rest of the aircraft, despite the upper deck of course, still at Cotswold Airport?
It was in the process of being scrapped.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
unfortunately, the fleet of 747s have gone to be scrapped, not being used anymore. So we took what we could accommodate, which was 16 metres in length, 6 metres in width, and luckily for us, it was the upper deck that we went. So yeah, the rest of it is being recycled and will appear as Coke cans or something in the.
Well, they're keeping the Negus one at Cotswold Airport.
Yes, the Negus one is intact, and that's a visitor centre and event space. And
I'm actually booked to go there at the end of this month.
Amazing! Oh, that'll be an amazing experience for you. So yeah, but apart from that, there's not many of her left, unfortunately.
No. I think there's one also in the, I've forgotten the name of that one livery. It's the one livery I keep forgetting the name of. There's the Negus, the normal one. It's the one down at Dunsfold Aerodrome.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think that's also a visitor centre as well. I don't know for sure though.
Okay, so our registration is here, BYGA.
Golf.
Yeah, Golf Bravo Yankee Golf Alpha. They'll all have their own registrations.
And,
do you know much about the instruments, Samuel?
I mean, I know these are the autopilot functions, and of course I know the control yoke and the rudder pedals,
rudder
and
pedals, the engines.
I know that these are the throttles. I know down here's the communication system and all the frequencies for like the ILS of an approach to a runway or to air traffic control.
We've got our altitude here.
Oh yeah, I mean of course.
And we've got our speed, our compass, different things of note
All
here.
the navigation stuff.
All the right hand side here is to do with air conditioning and temperatures within the cabin and the flight deck.
Of course, these are the circuit breakers
Correct.
for overloads and...
Yeah, circuit breakers. All here are the electrics, and then we have the fuel tanks here. This is what would use to start the engines. So we've got 4 engines. So we press 4, and then we would press 4 on the crawl here, which would release the fuel. The boards that we can see here were unfortunately before we got the aircraft, that the instruments had actually been removed by the salvage people. So we put them in like this, so they're true replicas of what the screens would look like. But unfortunately, we can't get our hands on the actual instruments just yet. But we will be doing in the future.
For when this gets turned into a flight simulator.
Yeah.
So I take it this doesn't work just now.
It does work, yeah. We can actually fly it.
Are we able to do that during this session?
We
or
can't. No, it's not at that point yet. It has got the capability to fly, but there's a few teething problems that we're just trying to iron out, which we're expecting to be sorted in the next week or 2.
Right. Okay. Well, definitely a very impressive thing. Oh wow! Just moved. Is there a way to move this seat forward?
Yeah. So if you look at the handle on the back there, there's a handhold here.
This one?
Yeah, but if you look that, you're gonna.
Oh. Hold on. Like this?
Yeah, and forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so try and not move it because it's actually connected to for the sim.
Yeah, I think I just heard something.
These are quite tight at the minute because they're attached to springs that run underneath the cockpit.
That's what I just heard then.
Yeah, so that's why we've just put a note on to say don't touch, because unfortunately we've snapped them a couple of times with people touching them. So so we're just...
My apologies.
Once the full flight deck is up and running, you'll be able to use this and fly the craft, but just not at the moment.
Right, okay. Well, I'll definitely be coming back here for the simulator to actually learn how to pilot it.
There'll be a trainer in here at all times, so they'll guide you through every second of your flight, just to make sure we have a safe landing and safe takeoff. So that'll be pretty nice to do. So
there's no such thing as safe if I'm in the cockpit, because I've been in a simulator before, near Glasgow Airport, and honestly I had to do a go around because doing a visual approach is not my specialty. Right, I kept shaking, and then I had to perform a go around. So then I just I did an instrument approach, and I was far better at that.
To be honest, a lot of people, we had 2 simulator trainers in last week, and they did purely by the instruments. They didn't need to look at the screens once. It was all just done. They knew exactly what the speed should be, what the altitude should
Yeah,
be.
that's probably
Just
what I'm
went
better
off the
doing.
radar here, which obviously shown what they needed to do, and yeah, it was a very smooth landing. Very smooth. This here is, inside here is a little TV screen. So there's cameras within the cabin here, in the middle and just above the toilet. If there's any sort of trouble, the cabin crew would with the telephone here. So they would speak to the cabin crew there, who, if there's a problem with one of the passengers, and then they would look at their own TV screen via this, and then if it was serious enough, they would obviously have to radio to the tower to make an emergency detour and a landing. So that is what the equipment is in here.
Right.
Your flaps, are you aware what the flaps are?
Yes, they increase the wings surface, so and for landing and takeoff, and speed brakes, and always thought there was another lever here, or lever for is there no trim system?
Your trim is here.
That's why I couldn't see it. I always thought it would be like a lever like one of these.
Yeah, no.
I take it these don't work. Well, obviously.
No, they're not connected. They're not connected. The flaps will work as part of the simulator.
Right.
Certainly.
Strange that they took only a few controls out, but not every single one.
They tend to take what British Airways can maybe recycle into other aircraft, or a commodity. People want to buy them, so they're very, very sought after. So, you know, the scrap people will take off what they think they can get some money for.
Be able to flick around with these switches? Or?
Yeah, well, this is actually off the 737, so it's not fixed. So probably
yes, I just felt that.
Yeah, it's probably best not to touch it, to be fair. That was one of the things that had been removed once we got in it.
Right. Well, it's still impressive. I mean, even though this is being run off of a Windows 11 running computer, it still looks realistic.
It is as if you look on the when you go out and you look around the right hand side of the hangar, some actually training boards which will show you the replica of this, and it's what the pilots use to remember.
Well, this has definitely been an incredible experience. Thank you.
I'm glad. Have you got the bunk beds in?
No, I haven't. Didn't even notice those.
You could, for some flights, there could be up to 4 pilots at any one go. So if you're doing a long haul flight to, say, Australia, you would have a couple of pilots resting up here, and 2 could still carry on.
I thought there was
This would be a door, so there would be a door here to give them privacy, and they would get some rest. They would also have their own bathroom.
Oh, imagine having your own bathroom in the flight deck. That's incredible.
Just again, so that they
Am I able to go in?
Yeah, let me put away.
That's the thing with aircraft, tight space, especially in the galley. Oh, it definitely smells better in here than it does the one out there. It smells more fresh. Take it these will definitely not work, will they?
No, they won't, no.
Really cool bathroom.
Yeah, so they would be self-sufficient, in that they wouldn't need to go. They wouldn't need to go into the main cabin, so they're a lot safer by keeping within here. Yeah. So these are business class. So underneath us would sit first class on the floor below us.
How lucky.
And then there would be more business, premium economy, and then economy.
Well, in my opinion, any seat on a 747 is first class. Even if it's an economy class seat, especially the window seats.
Yes, yes.
I think there's only, one passenger airline that's operating the Dash 400, Lufthansa, I'm pretty sure. Unless Korean Air still have some, I can't remember. I know that they still have their Dash 8s, but I don't know about the Dash 400s. But I'm not going to fly out to South Korea to fly on a 747 when Germany's not too far away. Am I able to have a shot at opening and closing the door downstairs?
I'll do it for you. Do you want to grab your bag?
Oh, yeah, almost forgot that. So I'm now going to close the door of a British Airways 747.
You need to put your hands underneath it, or else you'll trap him. Yeah, lift up, and then as soon as pull round, grab the handle here. Yeah, pull it, and then release the yellow. And then when it gets in, you need to move that handle. The way it's moving, grab the handle, pull it right over, and shut it down.
Got it?
Yeah, and then do the opposite way. Push it with the handle now. It shows you how heavy it is.
Yes, definitely. That was incredible.
Some weight to it. When you see the cabin crew they do it without any problem at all.
Well, once you get used to it, definitely. But wow, that was incredible. So to the right side of the upper deck of the 747, there are some boards telling you about the history of a few different topics in the aviation industry, such as the history of flight, the history of Boeing, the history of the 747. It's all definitely very interesting, and over here we have some pictures of some of the controls which would normally be in the flight deck, and there is another picture over there. Something else that's cool in this hangar is that you can post about any experiences you've had on a Boeing 747, whether you've been on one, seen one, or stayed in one like I have, because I just wrote about how me and my dad stayed at the Jumbo Stay at Stockholm Arlanda Airport for 3 nights back in April earlier this year in 2022. There's a few quite interesting stories from family members who came with people like their children, grandchildren. Really nice thing to have on this wall, and I'm glad to have put a very memorable experience of mine on a 747 on this wall. You pick up the Wii cards from here. There's only 2 more left, and there should be some small pencils, but if not, then I think you can just ask for one, and then you just have to peel off the orange bit from the back and just stick it on this wall. Alright everyone, so I have now left City Airport because I have finished my time at the Deck 747, and after that I actually went to the A320 flight simulator here at City Airport, and I did one of the 20-minute sessions which costed 20 quid just to see if I would like to do the full thing, which lasts for about an hour, and you can do a full flight rather than just doing the takeoff and going back to Manchester Airport, which is what I did. I went from Manchester Airport, did a circle around Manchester, and then came back to Manchester Airport in the simulator. And City Airport is definitely a place that I will be coming back to in the future, so I can do more flight simulator training, and also so that I can learn how to fly a helicopter, because for £69 that is definitely worth having some training to become a helicopter pilot. And thank you so much to the people who work at DoorsToManual for your wonderful support, specifically Karen, who I met today at DoorsToManual at the Deck 747, who you would have seen in this video. She's a lovely person and was very supportive about me filming my video and me having my experience. I can't thank her enough, and I'd also like to thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.